Grace and peace, everybody. We're back. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. I got some breaking news. There's been this question about why Brandon Tatum refuses to call out Candace. Like, what's been the big issue? Lots of people are like, well, they started Blexic together, or she's like a sister to him, and this, that, and the other. And that has never sat well with me. I'm just like, there's got to be more to it. Well, shout out to Glock and Gospel on Twitter, because I think this is the real reason. And let's bring it in. Wow. Breaking. Ever wondered why Officer Tatum doesn't speak truth about the real Candace Owens? Because Officer Tatum makes big money off of selling Candace's merch.
Wait a minute.
Notice the shipping and return address of all merchandise. It's all about money for both of them. Check this out. So let's start right here. The 9220 East Verde Grove. It's funny that that's
1 Rodney Square, 920 King Street, Wilmington, Delaware, 19801.
We got 920 in the building again. Now what is this place here, Jason? This is the North Scottsdale Flex property at 9220 East Verde. Okay. Now, why is that a big deal? Let's go down to LinkedIn. Pure Choice Apparel. Okay, what's Pure Choice Apparel, Jason? Where is it located? It's at the 9220 East Verde Grove location. Okay, well, what's the big deal? Let's keep reading. Brandon Tatum, his company, Pure Choice Apparel, is housed in the 9220 East Verde. Okay, all right, Jason, where are you going with this? Let's keep going. The Officer Tatum signs a lease for the DC Ranch in Scottsdale. And where is it located? The 9220 East Verde. All right, Jason, you've exhausted the East Verde thing. What's the deal? Great question. Let's go right here to this little return label. By the way, this is Candace's website. We have a 14-day return policy. Let's scale all the way down. To start a return, you can contact us at this number, support@Club Candace. Please note that returns will need to be sent to the following address: 9220 East Verde Grove, Scottsdale, Arizona. Wait, Jason, that's the same address that we just said Brandon Tatum's fulfillment comes out. Brandon Tatum's Pure Choice Apparel was in. You're 1,000% correct. Let's jump over to Pure Choice and look right here. So this is their page, Pure Choice Apparel. Shout out to them. And look who some of their people are. We got Synergy. We got Don't Fold. We got Americans. We got The New Norm. We have Candace. And we have the Brandon Tatum, Officer Tatum brand. They ship out of this place. Jason, that's just a happenstance. That doesn't mean anything. There's Brandon right there on their website. Brandon Tatum does her fulfillment.
I knew there was something wrong with you. Now it all makes sense.
So all of her merch comes from this location. And all of her merch is produced by this company, Pure Choice. And that this company is owned by Brandon Tatum. That's why they won't call him out, is because they literally are in cahoots and work together. And I mean, he stands to lose a great deal of profit if he does in fact call her out. That's the reason. That is the reason. But let me add one more. I hope this will be the last that really settles the case, if you will. Check this out. Did a real quick search. Where does Brandon Tatum ship his merchandise from directly? Just did a quick search on the old Google and asked AI for it. And guess what they said? The 9220 East Verde location is the headquarters with warehouse distribution. And it also added, I thought it was very interesting, same facility as Candace Owens merchandise fulfillment. That's why they won't call each other out, or he won't call her out, is because she does work with him. They have been working together. They're in partnership, for lack of a better term. Now, of course, this could be all just happenstance. It might be a big giant nothing burger. But why didn't Brandon mention that? By the way, when he's talking about, this is his sister and all of this other kind of heartstring pulling type of stuff, why didn't he just say, oh yeah, by the way, I also take care of her fulfillment for her, or I ship out, or we actually produce all of her merchandise? That might have been something that people might maybe have wanted to know, Brandon. It might have been very helpful for people to know there is yet another motivation, financial, for you not to call out Candace Owens. And I think we found it. Brandon Tatum provides and does her fulfillment for her brand, for her merchandise, which is just crazy work. I can't believe that we did it. Let me just real quick show you again so we can make sure this makes sense. Brandon Tatum owns this company, Pure Choice Apparel. And Pure Choice Apparel is the company, of course, and we see Brandon right here, even on their front page. So this is the company that does the screen printing for Brandon Tatum, and it looks like several other brands. And, that's dope. No question, no problem with that. The only thing is he does projects for Candace as well. And I think that should have been disclosed in your, back and forth about how much you love Candace and she's a sister and our kids and our moms and grandmas know each other. It might have been good. It could have, might have been information we needed to know that, oh yeah, by the way, I also do her fulfillment. I think that would have been necessary. I think that would have been something that people would wanted to have known. But what about you? Why is it that you think Candace never mentions him? She never mentions him defending her. She never mentions him standing up on her behalf, defending her honor or whatnot like that. Why do you think she never does that? But Brandon Tatum is forever doing that. Why? For her, on her behalf, but she never does it on his behalf. Why do you think that is? I want to know what you think down in the comments below. Thanks so much for rocking with us. Thank you so much for helping us hit our goal of 100,000 subscribers. I'm looking so forward to celebrating with you all real soon. So until then, everybody, grace and peace. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the JWhit Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.